except for like
Also, why is
3.
Dark Vision a second level spell?
Second level's where a lot of those kind of weirder spells come out.
Yeah, second
Alright.
level mechanic.
I get Brewcraft at level 3.
Third level,
Yes,
I get
Dutch.
Dispel Magic, so we'll...
Feed that poor cat.
She has a lot of food. She just wants the fucking salmon treat.
She's starving.
Oh, she has lots of food. She's just pathetic.
Last night, I decided to give Haru a snack, which meant that I had to give everybody a snack. Because we cannot just snackify the cat who gets her food stolen. We also have to snackify the cats who steal the food.
Yeah, that is how that works.
I think she wants to sit on my lap, actually. Come on. You're not coming?
I follow a really good Twitter that I love very much, and it's called Poorly Aged Things. And it's just generally anything that is poorly aged. And I really like this one. It is a Smurf from whenever they were trying to revive the Smurfs as a 3D animated film franchise. The Smurf is dressed in a black turtleneck and a pair of jeans a la Steve Jobs. The tweet reads, "All the Smurfs filmmakers send Steve good wishes and the healing power of Smurf magic." Steve Jobs died less than a month later after this Smurf thing was posted.
God damn it.
Oof.
Oh, man.
Okay, Dutchie, if you're gonna keep being loud, I'm gonna have to kick you out.
So there's no doubt about it, right? Smurfs killed Steve Jobs.
Oh yeah, they got into like their little Smurf SWAT van, and they're all in like tactical gear.
Smurf Team 6.
Smurf Team 6, yeah.
I mean, they were I mean, the Smurfs were created. I mean, if you had to guess, the 3D animated Smurfs were probably created on a PC, a la Bill Gates
Got
did
it.
it.
Oh my god.
It's like it's like the Marklar thing where they replace random words with Smurf. It's like, copy that Smurf 1. We've got the Smurf in our Smurfs, and they have them in their sites. It's like Smurf. Just going in, just fucking like
Request permission to Smurf.
Request permission.
Are you Smurf? Are you Smurfing me?
There's a Smurf in the Smurf, sir. Ah, Smurf it all. Don't you Smurf on me, Johnson.
Smurfson.
Damn.
Jonathan Smurf.
I think that the next time that Josh wants to play a minion, I'm gonna play a Smurf, and this is gonna be my character trait, is just smurfing up all the Smurfs that I could possibly can.
No,
Oh,
next time
boy.
Josh wants to run a one shot, we all play various Smurfs.
we just don't tell him what we're playing, and so he like comes up with like the super serious, like, guys, this character actually means a lot to me. It's actually based off of like my dead great uncle or something, and then we're like, I am a Big Dick Smurf. They call me that on account of my massive hog.
I'm gonna be Deadbeat Dad Smurf.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna be parole officer Smurf. Well, we'll have a shared backstory. You see.
I want to be. I want to be.
Yeah,
I want to be
I
free.
also get to play a DMPC that is Mall Cop Smurf.
Oh yeah, well of course.
I-
You gotta have multiple.
I want to be Three Nipple Smurf. It's literally just a Smurf that secretly has a third nipple.
But the thing is that they don't wear shirts, so you don't see it. So it makes you wonder, where is it?
Like most third nipples, if someone's not like, yeah, this is the nipple, you're like, it's like a mole or something.
My
Oh, it
Yeah.
needs to be something like Three Eyes Smurf or something, where
My
you can visibly see
character-
that he only has 2 eyes, but his name is Three Eyes, so it has to be right.
my character is
Oh god.
my character is a creepy DM Smurf. Just like text someone at like 2 a.m. You up? Yo, I know we don't talk much, but you down to Smurf?
I'm Anal Gaping Smurf.
Oh my god! All right, let's play D&D. That's enough. Isaac took it too far.
Vor Smurf.
No!
My character can only die by running down the throat of a larger creature.
My character is severe PTSD Smurf. He had
Benoit Bead Smurf.
a really hard time Viet Smurf.
Benoit Paul.
I hate all of
Smurfs
you.
in the trees, man. Smurfs in the trees.
You've got to ask yourself, are you ready to smurf for your country?
Leave sex toys on nightstand, Smurf.
Friend who did that, it was bad. It was their bathroom, so you couldn't avoid it. And they were like, "It's just there because it's drying after I cleaned it." And I'm like, "That's worse."
My character is casually racist at family gathering Smurf.
Dude, I think is
So he's Red Smurf.
is leave sex toys on the counter Smurf the same as uses all the good pots to boil their sex toys Smurf?
Oof.
Oh shit.
No, when I helped that friend move, they just like handed me a box like it was nothing, and it was a whole bunch of just unwrapped sex toys that they thought I was just gonna be chill with, like grabbing and putting in a car.
I'm just gonna
I was-
say it.
I was not.
I'm just gonna say it. Foot fetish Smurf.
Pays for Pornhub Premium, Smurf.
Ah, I hate that guy.
No, he's supporting his artists that he likes.
Yeah, like, risked his mortgage on OnlyFans, Smurf.
You know what Smurf I'd like to see at some point?
Oh, I assure you're
Begin
gonna.
the session, Smurf.
Yeah, this is competent dungeon master Smurf. He's not around often. Anyway, I'm kidding. I love you, Isaac.
Shows up to D&D on time, Smurf.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. That's fair.
We would have probably shown up on time, but I yelled at Tyler that I was hungry, and I get anything I want today.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
Today,
Yeah.
it's my special day of the month.
Oh yeah. Fun
The
things.
special day.
I thought I had missed your birthday and I was very angry at you.
I was also
No.
briefly confused / concerned, like, what did I miss?
No, my birthday's in November.
That's
It's-
what I thought!
Yeah.
This is like last year, and then again this year was like the first year that I haven't intentionally pulled my birthday off of Facebook the week of just to see who actually remembers me.
I would never.
I would never remember your birthday.
Yeah,
That's-
gun-
Yeah, no,
Gun
I
to my
also-
head. Like no, couldn't.
that's
I
what
never
Facebook.
do
Yeah,
Facebook birthdays because I don't ever know what to do when I receive the birthday messages from people.
It's so disingenuous. That's why if I like really like a person, it's their birthday on Facebook. I'm just like, message them directly and be like, "Yo, happy birthday, love you," and shit. Oh,
Right.
Like, if you look at my Facebook page, there are years of birthday well wishes that I have not even commented on. And it's not for being rude. I mean, it is rude, but it's also just like, I don't like do stuff on Facebook that often.
I just hit him with a thumbs up now.
same.
I don't even do that. I just like neat. When's the last
Cool.
time that we spoke? Who are you? Like,
New
Alright.
Facebook who dis.
your Facebook. Who dis? Ah,
Anyway, we are gathered here today to play a game of D&D, purportedly.
Is that what we're here for?
I guess so. I was worried we were gonna have
Talk
another
about
3
Smurfs
hour.
for the next hour.
I thought we were gonna have another like 3 hour bullshit session, which I kind of
We
wish I
did
had
do
recorded.
that at least once, didn't we?
We did. We straight up talked for 3 hours.
oh, you found my secret. Forgets why he's here, Smurf.
I remember when y'all did that bullshit session because I had something to do that night, and so I couldn't show up. And so when I got home and Tyler's talking, I assumed it was like the wrap up, and he's like, "We didn't do anything."
We did do. We started talking about fucking, talks about like weird fraternity sex stories, Smurf. And then it just like
That's
fucking.
I hate that.
And then we
Well,
just.
I've heard a few of the weird stories, and I'm just like, I hate this.
Water bottle dick Smurf.
Oh man, that man has the biggest hog I'd ever seen in my life, and I was like, you should be scared and you should run away, and my friend didn't. They learned the hard way. They should have.
Good for
What
them.
about you, I guess?
Anyway.
So, D&D.
Yeah, that's a game.
Yeah.
I guess we can play D&D
Uh,
tonight.
Yeah. last time on D&DZ.
Big fella still powering up.
Eh? Sorry, he's Norwegian, not Canadian. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, you're all looking for a sled full of iron ingots. You found some goblins that probably moved the sled. They got the goblins wagon up here. Make sure I'm on the right layer so y'all can actually see me, because I'm real bad
Saw
about
that.
not doing that. Okay, good. So you got goblin boss here with a couple of and polar bears are fastened
Like
to
it's so sharp, I feel it in my throat.
the wagon.
You know, like click from your mouse.
Yeah, it's my new mouse. My last one died, and this one, so I bought it like a cheap one to hold me over until money's again.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And so, yeah, you Big Feller spoke to the animals and said, asked them, and they said, "Free us." And Zana saw, like, when the wind kind of died down for a second, that the sled they're looking for is like way up here. Oh, you can't see that. Basically, the top of the map that you can't see.
Gotcha.
And then we rolled initiative when the goblin boss saw you talking to his bears.
And big fella tell party, hey, bears need freeing. Also, I can see one of the goblins. I'll say also there's
Okay.
goblins.
Oh,
Yeah, and he's
Party.
up on the wagon, so he actually he's up there.
Pestilence is gonna go back to Big Fella and going, "You do know freeing bears will probably end up killing goblin, right?"
Well,
Oh,
we'll see
sorry.
how this
Their
goes.
exact thing says free us from our captors.
Isaac, can you give me a cat stat block in my little data journal base thing? I'll edit it to be
Hack the mainframe.
I'll edit it to be a Vanta, because Vanta is actually a useful familiar.
And like, you know about what a cat can do.
Yeah,
You'll
but
know when it dies.
he can fly, and he can also like do random shit.
Yeah.
They legit have pretty much every creature known to man in this module. So there you go.
Nice, thank you. Can you make it like a copy so I can edit it?
Mm,
I don't want to edit
Maybe.
every cat. I mean, I could edit it right now. I mean, unless I just don't want to edit every single cat in the entire module.
We'll leave it this way, so don't edit it yet.
Got it.
And for tonight, we'll just do this. I will let you know there are no cats we're coming across tonight.
Okay.
So we'll just use this, and then
Spoilers.
when I have more time, I'll figure out how to do that.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you.
And then Tyler accidentally propagated a race of super cats throughout Icewind Dale.
It spread like a virus.
Somebody
So-
wake up and your cat's flying over your bed, and you're just like, "What the fuck?"
So Goblin Boss will go first.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a javelin throw at Big Feller. I'm going to assume that does not hit.
Considering my AC is 19, I think.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Definitely
19.
does not hit. And then he's just going to blow his horn and basically alert the rest of the goblins and yell, "Attack!"
Oh, I like your horn.
Pestilence, you're up.
Right, well, I did not put a speed down for Pestilence, so I don't know how much I can move.
I think you're still 30 feet, but you get 40 feet, like, pretty soon. Let me see.
Yeah, well, I just leveled up like Barbarian. I didn't like look at my race level up. So.
Speaking of movement, me and Josh had a discussion that we need you to clarify. So your snowshoes, are you wearing snowshoes in lieu of platform shoes, snowshoes on your platform shoes, or stacks of snowshoes that become a platform?
So I would assume that the snowshoes that Pestilence opted for are the kinds you strap on to your normal shoes. So
Got it.
double shoeing it up because the style.
Got it.
You are still 30 feet of movement until level 5. You don't get your next tiefling thing until you hit level 3.
Cool. So let me check distances. Uh-oh, that's not the distance.
Is our movement speed in snow, like for combat purposes, affected or any?
Oh,
I thought our movement
only-
speed was the same because of the shoes.
Is it only
Yes,
like overland
that's-
travel?
right. Yeah, that's the shoes basically offset that in initiative. So
So I won't
Right,
be
yeah.
able to reach anybody for hit.
well, he's up about 10 feet too because he's up in the wagon.
Yeah.
You could maybe reach Polar Bear for slash his reins.
I mean, we'll give
Right.
it a shot because right now, look, big feller ain't gonna stop. And we leave a party of 4, we come back a party of 3. That mad sucks. So good. Wait, is that 30 or is that 35?
Fuck.
This right here is 30.
Okay, yeah. They put. Oh my god.
Free
Put
the
her right
beast.
next to the beast. we-
Free the beast.
Take out our great act, which is our guitar act combo. You're welcome. We go for the reins.
Yep,
21.
That'll do it.
They're actually
6 damage
adamantium
reins.
reins.
The reins have been loosed.
And then she really quickly goes, "Don't get me, I'm not mad." Just like trying not to get the polar bear on her because she
No,
goes,
the polar bear looks up north and like roars like he turns away from you.
cool, because polar bears are big and strong.
Scary.
Hungy.
Yes, Hungry
Scary.
is also there.
So next is going to be the little hawk. I'm not really going to do much. If I can find where I even put that stat block. Oh, there it is. Fly speed 60 feet. Okay. So I'll make sure. Okay. He wants to fly back here.
What the fuck does he do?
Okay. And
Do it in his best.
He better not be tattling on us.
Mom.
Mom, there's a big fella over there. He's freeing the bears.
It's all bears.
There's a lady with horns. She's freeing the
God damn it.
bears.
I mean, the one big advantage is with freeing the bears, if there's bad guys up north, maybe the bears will get to them first.
Maybe so.
It does sound very helpful.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. Who asked you, goddammit? This is incredible.
Josh, your polar bear puns are very polarizing.
Is this the suffering? Is this how we're gonna just gang on Tyler today? Is just by
Grin and bear it, you fuck.
It's your grisly fate.
Hey, Tyler, you say that like you don't also make bullshit jokes that everyone hates.
Yeah, but when I do it, it's hilarious. I'm kidding.
Like,
Okay.
man, there's a lot of things I like to do that make you angry. This is just one of them.
Yeah, that
This
is
is-
true.
All right, so goblins. These two are going to do some short bow attacks. Let me see if this one actually can. It actually can't. That corner is in the way. Oh wait, no. I'm doing snapping to center. Sorry, snap to corner.
Takes a
it
little
can
bit of
get
time to get used to
Okay.
roll 20 again. I feel you.
Okay, so this one's the one on the south is gonna take a short bow at pestilence. The other one is gonna take a short bow at big feller.
Come at me, fucker.
So the first one on pestilence. Let me move this so I can actually see what I rolled.
Fuck at me.
Will not hit. And the second one will also not hit. Zana, it's your turn.
Pestilence dash in these.
Alright. Time to figure out what Zana can do. I wanted to look at this real quick. 10 feet of me, or starts its turn there. Okay. Channel magic in these spores. Where can these spores yeah, so I think I'm gonna do this. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my speed towards him.
Isn't your speed like 25?
No, it's 30.
Okay.
Turtles aren't slow necessarily. They're
The
just
speed of
They-
10 feet.
Turtles have got they got the short burst. They can run real fast, and that
We turtles are natural sprinters.
and then I'm
I
gonna
was
use,
just gonna say that, you fuck.
and then I'm gonna use my symbiotic entity to well, maybe I shouldn't do that while
I will invoke my venereal rash.
I'm just
How about
imagining
a different venereal rash that works with you?
imagining Zana as Venom, but with mushrooms and a turtle.
yeah, I've gotta stay over here.
Oop.
You got some mad itch on your belly, but you can fight real strong.
I forgot about this. Don't get close to me, aka within 10 feet of me.
Pestilence looks over like,
Unless your constitution's really good.
Excuse you.
oh,
this is
But yeah, I'll use my
my constitution is pretty good. It's
I'll
a
use-
20.
well, we can hang out then, but other than that, you probably don't want to stay near me.
Pestilence is here to check out your rash.
hey,
I'll
we're all vaccinated.
I'll use my symbiotic entity, and like as you watch, like the spores that are kind of coming off the moss covering Zana's shell, kind of just pulse like with this sickly green as they kind of spread away from the body, and they get 8 temporary hit points. And then whenever I deal Halo Spores damage, it deals extra damage, and whenever I deal melee damage, it does extra damage, and it stays for 10 minutes. So.
Cool.
Cool ability is cool, and that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Don't get near me.
So top polar bear is just going to continue to roar and pull on its reins. It is stuck. This one is going to run up here,
Bye.
and that will be their turn. Big feller.
Big fella looks between the polar bear and the goblins, and he's gonna shock everyone by running over here. And he's gonna spin, and he's gonna smack this goblin with the... Actually, before I do that, before I get way ahead of myself... Bada bing.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And then we're gonna smack this goblin with the flat of my axe. I'm going non-lethal because I'm me.
Nice boy.
I think that
That
hits.
hit. Yep. Goblins are not known for their AC.
Going for
D8 force.
Since
15 damage. 15 bonk damage.
going
did.
for non-lethal with the character who benefits strongly off of seeing things die in her vicinity.
We're an interesting mix. Okay, Demi.
Okay, technically he's unconscious. I guess I should clarify a little bit more. He's sleeping.
You go night night.
50 feet. And you said the Goblin Chief is 10 feet off the ground?
Yeah, like on the if you think like covered wagon, he would be up like in the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
It's open, like you can see him, but like that kind of height.
Okay. In that case, Nyx is going to double back and let me think. I've been thinking about her spell flavor a lot, but I haven't actually come up with anything in particular yet. She's kind of like a natural kind of magic kind of person. So I think she like rummages in a bag and like mixes or like squeezes two little pouches together, and she will creates like this little spark in her hand that she throws forward, I will be casting Guiding Bolt.
I was guessing she was gonna put the lime in the coconut.
Shut the fuck up. 25 to hit on the chief.
That will hit.
Ba-bam. Roll the damage, damn it. 17 radiant. Good lord.
I think he just flash fried him.
He's still up, but he ain't looking pretty.
And whoever attacks him next has advantage on the roll. That is my turn. Vanta is gonna stay under her hat for now.
Okay.
Are you telling me you got a cat in your hat?
Yeah. He doesn't like leaving comfortable places. Vanta wants to stay inside and just drink milk all day.
Same though.
Goblin boss is gonna jump down here, and he's gonna take 2 scimitar swipes. The second one will hit
Oh.
for 8 slashing damage.
Oh.
And that will be his turn. Pestilence.
Alright. Pestilence, sees big fella is overwhelmed, is gonna take a big ol' great axe hit towards the leader guy. Oop,
That will hit.
How did I accidentally roll a 21?
You know,
Is this broken?
no, mathematically,
Okay, it's not broken.
Mathematically,
It's not broken,
it can't
it's
happen.
just happening. I know, I'm just making sure, because I just rolled 3 21s in a row. Anyway, 9 slashing.
Yeah, he did.
It was Jesus, dude.
I'm gonna use my reaction.
I guess Jesus doesn't exist.
I'm gonna
in
use
this
my
world.
reaction to roll on Read the Entrails. Let's see how this works. 2d10. So 9 and a 1. Let's see. Pestilence. You find a little mundane item on the body that you killed, which is worth 5 GP or less.
Hey.
Yay,
I'm gonna-
an item.
I'm gonna send you this feature. We're gonna tweak it, Isaac, because one of them is the chosen creature gains a point of inspiration, which seems a little. That seems a little much for something I can do on a reaction every once in a while.
Fair.
It's once per short rest, but still.
Yeah. Okay. So then you can't see the hawk. Gerblin. I mean, goblin. Why would there be multiple?
What's a hawk's name? What's a hawk's name, Isaac?
It's Tony Hawk. What else
Oh,
would it be?
I thought it was
Stephen
gonna be Stephen
Hawking.
Hawking.
Oh, that's a good one, but
Oh, my brain went to Tony Hawk as well, so
Well, seeing as I can't identify Tony Hawk in a crowd like 98% of the rest of the population.
Oh, I could spot that motherfucker a mile away at this point.
My brain
He
my
has
brain
a
just flatlined
distinctive
on
generic
Hawk.
Did you know that?
it's like how everybody in the world somehow looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Like I know multiple people who get told they look like Ellen DeGeneres.
Poor John.
Yeah,
'Cause
John
they look
gets
Ellen
told.
generic.
Ha! Like, hey,
Go.
John, you look like Ellen DeGeneres.
Goblin's
do a
gonna
lot of
scimitar
people.
smack. So that goblin hit you with a 22 for 7 slashing damage, big feller.
Hey, I'm down.
Oh shit!
Oh,
First combat,
shit.
folks. It's
I don't have
Um,
anything to help you when you're down, so.
I do. We got this.
Fauna, it's your
No.
turn.
You might be saying, Josh, didn't you literally just say you can't get near people right now? Yeah, well, maybe.
I have spare the dying. If you want to just give me a well, actually, I'm 35 feet away. Shit.
Yeah, you won't reach. You could run.
Yeah, but that would take my action.
Oh, yeah.
30 feet, and then let's look at what I have for range spells.
I think I have healing word. I do not have healing word.
Do I have to touch you for cure wounds?
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. Well, never mind that.
Death safe. Death safe.
Maybe the polar bear knows cure wounds.
He licks you.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have Ray of Sickness, which
That is
not gonna
definitely
help.
not what we're looking for.
You
No.
can't have wounds when you're resting in that polar belly.
All right, Isaac,
Yes.
I need your boy over here to make a
Con save.
con save.
Do you have Ray of Sickness yet? Is that the first thing you get?
I don't know if I have any spell
You get it at 3rd level.
slot. Okay.
You can cast
I
it.
will have it.
Yeah, you can cast it once per day is how it works.
He
Yeah,
fails
I don't
that save.
have.
He failed. All right, he's gonna take 1d6. Awesome. Take that. He takes 1 poison damage and moves 5 feet to the south.
Big fella, get an attack of
It
opportunity.
does not provoke attack of opportunities.
Bonk.
And if it's blocked, it doesn't move. Well, you
But
know
is
what?
the non-lethal guy dead because
Help.
of the spores?
You know,
I can see this is going to be a fun character to DM for.
it just says that creatures that move within the spores have to make a con save.
Oh, move. Well, he's not.
Or,
lethal yet.
yeah, move or start their turn, I guess. And if he's out of turn order, you know what? I'll leave that to Isaac.
He's spared for now.
What's the DC anyway?
14.
Jesus, hiccups.
No, not you. You're fine.
Am I though?
How big?
You
is
can't be poisoned
Well,
when
I
you
mean,
die.
Yeah, how big
You're
is
not-
the radius?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
Yeah, that.
Polar bear is going to come up here.
Yeah, we still have to free the other one.
Shit.
Yeah, the
I
other
thought
one's
about
still
that.
on the thing.
God, I wish I could throw a potion of healing at you or something, but number 1, I don't have a potion of healing. Number 2, that's not how that works.
Plus, I don't think
Wow.
you
You're like
can
a-
throw that far, little lady.
You hear it. Dunk.
I'll move 30 feet up first. I don't have a negative. Actually, I have a positive strength model, Nyx. She got pretty dank stats. Her negative is in charisma.
Big fella. Oh god.
That's oh my.
Oh god.
2 failures.
Hey,
You
let's
know-
hurry this up.
You know what's
Are we
fucked-
gonna have to roll a new character?
You know what's fucked up is that if he fails Josh's con save,
No,
Oh,
stop.
God.
He's not close enough to make a con save against me.
he's 10 feet away from you.
So I need to make the con save when?
At the start of your turn.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh
my
god!
Oh no.
No fucking way!
Oh no.
So,
Whoa, that was...
Is this our... Have we ever... I mean, I know I killed Lufier, but I kind of yanked that one away like a long... Is this the first time this has happened to us?
I mean, Lufier, Klonos, and then everybody
Klonos
that.
did die, yeah, that's right.
Then everybody.
Feller was not
so let me
ready.
find the macro real quick for rolling for stats for new characters.
Yeah, it's like big. He was too big.
Oh,
he was too good for this world.
Best of us.
I
Oh,
already
Wait a
already
minute.
made...
Wait.
What?
Yeah, do we have a thing?
I actually did forget a thing.
At least you're not super attached yet.
I made 30 title cards with Big Feller on them.
No, and I actually did forget a thing.
Okay.
And this actually, like, hopefully it'll be good. Well, it should at least prevent you from the crit fail. If the Chewinga's on you, you have advantage on death saves.
Oh, Chumbawamba.
Well, that changes everything unless I roll.
Yeah, so unless you
Just
unless
try
you
another.
Oh, thank God.
Or okay.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, how close we are to death at all times, ladies and gentlemen.
But also, the biggest of all of us, just going down like a fucking tree. One chop.
So
Not
next,
miss your chance to blow.
Yeah,
Not miss your chance to blow.
fucking wow, I have to... Jeez. I'm gonna move up here, and
I
Spooky...
almost lost my character very early on in my first D&D run.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Tyler's like, do you know how much work you almost made me do?
It's gonna be Wisdom save, DC 14. How much, I mean, he needs to make a Wisdom save, but is he hurt yet?
yeah, he dead.
Alright, cool, take 4 damage, but sweet. Alright.
Well, no, it would be the 6.
No, well,
Right.
so Toll the Dead, I have it rolling 1d8 on one side and 1d12 on the other side. So before I rolled on my 1d12. I'll take the 6 if you don't mind, but I mean, to play the rules fair, I rolled a 4 on the 1d12.
Okay, so he's hurting then.
Okay.
Oh, I need to take the Goblin Boss out of initiative.
Go,
He dead.
Pestilence.
Did I take something else? Big feller, polar
That
bear.
was the boss.
Okay.
I'm almost a little disappointed because I was gonna say like Chumbawamba like kind of tumbles out of his hair and then he like pulls on his face like, "Hey buddy, we need to get moving," and Chumbawamba just like stares in disbelief.
No!
What's going on?
So, Pestilence is gonna jump over all of this bullshit and take down the last guy. Or
does
not.
hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
The
does
wing
not
and a
hit.
myth. Wait, let me see. Is there anything I have?
Well,
You should make a con save and see if you roll in that one.
Oh, yeah,
you do
con
have to roll a
save.
con save, yeah.
Con.
I mean, Pestilence is really good at those, at least. I think she's got like a +7. Yeah.
Is that good?
Meets, so
You
you're
met
good.
the DC.
Trying to see if there's anything I can do, but
Nah, I don't
aside from raging as a bonus action, which like why would I do that right now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, she's gonna just sit there.
Okay, the hawk comes down here, and then Gerblin is gonna hit
This
Pestilence.
does not work the way I think it does. You're fine. Just, I
So
read this 100% wrong. I have to use my reaction for it, so I mean, it's...
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
And then there
Pestilence
were
is
no
gonna-
death save failures.
Pestilence is gonna take 4 slashing damage
What'd you roll on it?
at 23.
Oh damn, yeah. Because Pestilence has a pretty good armor class just because Barbarian, you know?
A lot of us have really good ACs this time.
Except for
Yeah,
Spooky.
I'm surprised these goblins are roll. Everybody actually, you guys are rolling really high on your hits too.
Well, I rolled a 1
Let's-
on my damage, so...
I rolled a 1 on my first death save.
If I don't have mage armor up like I do now, my AC is 12.
Zana, your turn.
Oh, it's my turn? Oh, it's my turn? Alright. I'm gonna move you here. Actually, that's a lie. I'm gonna move you here.
Thank you.
And I'm, well, how is this goblin looking?
On a scale of 1 to 7, I would say like a 2.
Do I
That's
risk?
an interesting
Yeah,
scale
you know what?
used.
You know what? Whacking. Does
That hit.
17 hit? Oh,
Fuck
okay.
yeah.
So he's gonna take 5 plus another d6 of necrotic.
You dead?
I'll show you how to make
I murder him.
Yeah, I'll show you how to make
Now-
damage modifiers later, Josh. Remind me to do that.
Now, if all of the goblins are gone, are we still in
There's
you
still a
still
hawk.
Initiative.
There's the
we're
hawk.
still in- There's a hawk. Okay, well,
There's the hawk and whatever bullshit he's doing.
Zana looks at you and he's like, "Just hold up, bud. I'll be right there."
I thought
Gonna
you were
kiss his
dead for a
wound.
second.
So this polar bear still can't move. Oh, that's the wrong sheet. Oh, come on. Motherfucker. Oh, there it is. Boop. Boop.
Ooh.
And boop. Okay.
Death saves, go. Thank you, Chewinga.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
at
have
2
to roll a new
successes.
character already. Hooray!
You're making the title cards next time.
Tyler's life flashes before his eyes. He thinks back on all the things he could have done instead of making these title cards with Big Feller in. Because he fucking did.
Keep him in there, just, but
Draw-
we'll all
Yeah,
understand.
draw little X's on his face.
Oh, that's
So-
morbid.
All right, Nyx.
We're gonna run 30 feet and just like step on the bodies of the goblins. It's just like, Sadie, excuse me, Sadie. And then she's gonna rub her hands together really quick and like generate some kind of static kind of force and use Spare the Dying on Big Feller. Just zzz.
Hey.
You are now stable.
Pretty sure he's not an AFib, but whatever.
He doesn't have a Do Not Resuscitate, it's fine. Alright. And that's me turn.
Okay. Pestilence.
Pestilence, I checked the distance. Can move here. Is that close enough to try to chunk off a little bit of the reins?
Yeah, close enough.
Alright, well, she's gonna get the last of the reins, as, in her mind, Big Feller's dying wish gets granted.
Yep, that'll do it. Yep, that's fine.
It's
Alright,
an inanimate object.
yeah,
Alright.
it's probably a leather strap. Doesn't take a whole lot to chop through a leather strap with an axe.
Really, gravity's doing most of the work for you.
So the hawk is going to. Can't quite get away. So
And he ran.
Can the polar bear get it?
okay, Sana.
Jumps and pulls the hawk out of the air.
Look, man. I'd believe it.
Zana got mad hops.
Where's this stupid hawk at?
He's you see,
North to the sled.
Yeah, right here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't have mad hops, but I do have mad cantrips. Give me. Oh, I have to make a ranged spell attack.
Oops.
Oh, that would have required me to set the spells. So now it's a d20 plus 6. Alright, I assume a 20 hits a hawk.
Yeah, and it's a single hit point, so he dead.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna use Chill Touch to just reach out and like, with this like ghostly spectral claw to just like rake at it.
Okay. You all are out of initiative as you see this polar bear running north as well.
Bye, friend.
Pestilence is gonna go over to Big Feller and be like, alright, so, no more polar bears. Please.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Big Feller here.
Well, the good news is that he is not dead.
And the bad news is that he almost was.
Take 6 hit points, Big
You know-
Feller.
Death is sort of a two sides of the coin kind of thing.
Yeah, alive and dead. I am familiar.
And
Yes. That is how that works.
Spooky goes and to all the dead goblins and closes their eyes and puts little copper pieces on them.
Yeah. Big Feller's gonna poke this one with the axe and say, yeah, this one's not dead.
You
And
want to be?
And then she takes her coins back.
as you are all doing this, the blizzard starts to clear up, and you have your visibility back.
Oh my god.
You know, that's kind of what I figured.
Fucking
Oh, God.
awesome.
It's like we're gonna let the polar bears go and they're gonna do our job for us.
God,
Was there
damn it.
anything
Dude.
On this sled, but Or is
Yeah,
it just them?
the iron ingots are still there. Oh, on the goblin sled.
Yeah.
Yeah, this killer fucking like siege tower looking thing that I love.
Yeah, Zana will be like looking at it, and he'll go poke around on it and be like, "Hey guys, maybe we should take this."
Okay.
He's gonna pull it.
When you look in there, there are and they're labeled with very poor spelling because they're goblins. But 2 potions of animal friendship.
As if we need potions for that.
And there is, I'm gonna round up because it's a lot of it. Yeah, it's 13 silver, 25 copper, 26 copper. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say like 3 gold.
Okay.
Okay. One for each of us except for one of us.
And
Say that the one of us who didn't earn it was the one who almost died.
Oof, dude.
I'm just saying.
I wish that a
Front.
potion, I wish that a potion of animal friendship would work on Vanta, but he's technically Fey, not a beast. Because I was gonna give it to Pestilence since they haven't gotten along so far.
so now, like as you're kind of starting to get up and come back to your own, big feller, the Chewinga finally emerges out from its shelter in your hair, and it very dramatically like jumps in on your chest and is like pounding on it, kind of like like it's defit, like just trying to bring you back. And it sees that you kind of coming back to, and it actually reaches into its hair, and it pulls out a charm. This charm,
A very, very tiny charm.
It'll lose it.
it is a charm of the Traveler's Haven. It has 3 charges. As an action, you can expend 1 charm to cast Liamon's Tiny Hut.
Huh.
Well, it's a very nice charm you have there, my little friend.
Well, ain't that neat? Wow, yeah, what a lovely little thing.
Big feller will give him a gentle hug. Try not to squash him.
You have to do it like this. And she like rubs her hands together and it's just fucking like zaps Big Feller again.
Jesus.
It doesn't hurt. It's like getting static shocked, I guess.
Yeah, it's not like a real defibrillator that will like actually stop your heart if your heart is beating normally.
Oh, I failed my death save.
Well, you have 6 HP anyway. It's fine.
Yeah,
If you didn't catch the cure wounds from Zana earlier. All right.
Catch the cure wounds, you can catch these hands.
All right, so I moved that we move to our thing because it way up there.
Now that our horrific incident of terror is over,
Big feller's gonna pile the live conscious goblin into the goblin wagon.
Why?
are we going to take that?
You
Well,
pulling
let's
the
see
wagon?
how hard it is to move the sled first, and then maybe we could have the wagon too. Yeah.
I am
I mean, it took 2 whole polar bears, so good luck.
I am very very small.
Unless you also know 2 polar bears that are willing to help us out, I don't think we can pull it.
Oh, excuse me. Wamba has a good idea, and Big feller will place 2 big meaty fingers in his mouth, and he's gonna whistle a sharp whistle that echoes across the tundra, and nothing happens. Oh well, might take them a while to get here.
Still gonna try to pull it? I mean, give it a shot, but
Whatever you call
Well,
it.
I
first,
can't help.
Oh,
First,
so
let's
are
see.
you trying the goblin or the
No,
regular sled?
Let's try. Well, let's see what shape the regular sled is in first. You know.
Gotta bring the regular sled back
Oh,
yeah.
anyway.
So the regular sled is actually in pretty decent. I mean, it's got a little bit of wear and tear from the initial Yeti attack, but it is still fully functional. It has a burlap sack basically with all the iron ingots. And yeah, it's pretty heavy with all the iron.
Hmm.
Like, the sled weighs 300 pounds and the iron adds another 600.
Good
It takes
lord.
So, not very good pulling.
it takes 4 people to pull this.
We need our bear friends back.
I mean, we're four.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we're 4 people. It's just it will suck.
It's gonna be a fun pull.
Pestilence and Big Fella are stronger than most people.
Yeah.
Zana's
It's
also
still
pretty
like
buff.
600 pounds of iron.
Yeah, I think we all have positive strength scores. Ooh, nice. That's right, Fearbold. Yeah, that means like 500 pounds worth of pull, I think. I forget like the
So
exact.
one big feller and one normal person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the calculations are, but I'm pretty sure Powerful Build gives you like 500 pounds of carrying capacity or something like that.
And my strength score is 18.
Yeah, I think we could pull this.
I'm curious now. I wanna look it up.
Carry capacity calculator. Your
I'm
strength
looking in the hub.
your strength score multiplied by 15. But I don't know how to. Ooh, a spreadsheet.
Well, that would be 270, but if my size counts as one larger, blah blah blah. I don't know. To the index.
Yeah, I forgot exactly how that works. I wish they would like include it in the.
Carrying capacity. See under lifting and carrying. That doesn't help.
Let me do a make.
In the meantime, y'all want to start pulling the sled and we can figure this out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zana will just walk over and pick it up. Mm,
The whole damn thing.
The whole
Well, you
900
know.
pound sled.
yeah,
So-
you know.
Age 176.
So the good thing is you didn't roll a wilderness encounter, so you're able to make it all the way back to Bryn Shander unhindered.
Nice. That's always good.
You can
Glad
push,
that no
drag,
random
or
creature.
lift a weight in pounds up to twice your carrying capacity, or 30 times your strength score. Larger characters for each size category above medium, double the character's carrying capacity and the amount it can. Oh my fucking god! So let's
Alright, let's just pull.
times 2.
Pull.
So
Heave.
I can pull over 1,000 pounds.
Alright,
Do you
so I
want to
guess-
pull the goblin one?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I think
why the
me
fuck
and-
not?
Yeah.
So we now have 2 vehicles.
Yeah, we have 2 sleds, goblin
Well,
run,
we're
normal
giving
one.
back. We're giving one back, right? So it's like.
Yeah, but we have 2 sleds currently. We won't
Yeah.
always have them, but
Also, I'm gonna tie up the goblin that's in the back of the wagon so he doesn't, like, fucking actually kill me while
I
I'm
can-
pulling the wagon.
Spare the
what
dying
are we
on
doing
him.
with the goblin? Like, what are we doing with him?
Well, we're not going to leave him out here.
But what are we going to do with him?
Big
Bring
feller
him?
shrugs and begins.
Into the city?
Big feller shrugs and begins pulling the wagon.
Maybe we
Okay.
can turn him loose whenever we get to the gates. It's a little less dangerous there.
Near the
Don't they
city?
have prisons or something. I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe they can make him break rocks.
What did he do that's illegal other than protecting his shit?
I am sure it was just a misunderstanding.
We killed
Yo.
we killed 2 of his people. I think we're a little bit past misunderstanding, big fella.
I thought that we'd leave him out here for another goblin to find. Like,
Yes, I'm sort of opposed to taking him as well. It seems like it would just complicate things.
it would cause harm to anyone in the city to think that there's a goblin.
And yet, Big Feller is still pulling wagons, unless you guys are gonna pull him out of the wagon and fucking gut him.
I'm pulling him out of the wagon. We're not taking him to the city.
Ooh, Big Feller, stop pulling wagon. What are you doing?
We can't take him into a city. He doesn't belong there. He's gonna hurt people, or people are gonna
Oh.
kill him.
For once, wow, I didn't expect something like this. Big fella's gonna look fucking angry for just a second. And who are you to say he doesn't belong in there?
He immediately tried to fight us. It's not a matter of, like, if he was nice, he could go in there. But he immediately tried to fight us. We can't take him when he's mad into a city. He can wake up, and if he decides to be nice, he can go to the city. But we can't just put him in there. What are we gonna do with him?
Zana's gonna look back and forth and say, I wonder if we should consider the natural elements of this. Do goblins naturally belong in towns? An interesting question.
Somewhere 100 years into
I
the
don't
future,
know.
you hear a goblin barking.
It's like, Pestilence is gonna sit like, I don't know if goblins belong in towns in general. I just know that this goblin does not belong in this town because he is been nothing but violent, and we does not want to reason. So he can
Maybe I
just
can have a talk with him
cool
while we're
off.
traveling. Big feller will. It's just funny between two big strength characters. He's gonna like beckon for Pestilence to like pass him over like one would, I don't know, a piece of bread or something. It's like just like here, hand it over for a second. Big feller's gonna
Pestilence
take
does not
the
have a
rope.
lot of food.
Big feller's gonna take the rope and tie the goblin like one loop of the rope over his shoulder and over Big Feller's shoulder. So he's basically strapping this thing to his back like a backpack.
Okay. Just know that he's your responsibility, and if he goes off fighting, it's your job to get him.
We're not gonna feed him. We're not gonna take him on walks.
I'm just saying, this goblin wakes up and decides to stab someone.
Yeah,
I didn't bring it in.
Big Feller will take whatever weapons he has off of his person, stow those away, so he doesn't fucking stab me instantly.
Yeah, you get
And then-
stabbed one time and that's it.
Okay.
It
And
fucking
so
would be.
it's about the time he wakes up and he's like, hey, what are you doing? Let me go.
I'm so
Well, you're in the
happy.
You're in the middle of the tundra, my friend, and
Best to
well,
say-
you're all alone. Would you like to go off on your own, or I can bring you into town?
Well,
You can't hurt anyone.
I won't say no to. I'm walking here. I won't say no to a ride towards town, but then I'm gonna keep going on to Karkalak.
What's in Karkalok?
It's the Goblin City.
Oh, you see, there is a goblin city. They belong in cities.
Oh,
Said they didn't.
Sure.
I just said that I didn't know if the goblin should be in that city.
Yeah, no. If you drop me off, I mean anywhere you're going towards the southeast, I'll just keep going. Don't drop me off in any of the 10 towns. Those people are nasty people. If you drop me off on the outskirts, I'll just keep on walking.
You are surprisingly accommodating for someone who tried to kill the man you were talking to just a little bit ago.
I mean, we just need some food. Like, I'm just looking for meat. I can't. I'm way outmatched.
I suppose that is fair.
Big Feller is gonna stuff a pickled herring into the goblin's mouth, and we're gonna proceed to carry him and the wagon.
And he's like, this is
fire.
this is the first meal I've had in a 10-day.
All right, fantasy ethics. Here we are.
it's
Well,
also the
enjoy it.
first
It's still got some brine on it.
time- Also,
He is-
nature versus nurture for the win.
But yeah. So yeah, no, he's just a hungry boy.
Why are you in the fucking snow?
I mean, why are any of us here, really?
Because we were
just-
asked to.
we,
Money,
we were out,
monkey.
we were out walking and hunting, and we came across there was a corpse that the Yetis got, and we thought we could salvage some food. there was nothing left of that corpse, as you all saw. And then we found the sled, and we're like, well, maybe we can sell it for some meat.
You could sell the corpse.
The sled.
What?
I
I mean, they have a lot of value for study and dissection and such, but I didn't think they were worth money. Although I suppose I would pay for one. Okay, never mind.
the kid, right?
Spooky on the
Wait.
head and then
When you
Kinda
think
drag
about
around.
it, every time we eat meat, we're eating a corpse, man. Like, it's... Don't think about it too hard.
Oh, that is
Big
actually
fella's
a
blue complexion is gonna begin turning green.
That is actually a very good point. Oh my goodness! I wonder if I can. I wonder if I could do a séance on a steak dinner. Oh,
Maybe a little
believe
late
me.
by then, but you could
This
try.
is why turtles eat.
Now I know I know I'm missing a couple brain cells, but that guy is scary.
hello. No, I'm spooky.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We put up with them.
I am a girl.
Yeah, like them.
Ah, I see.
It was a gender neutral guy, you know, like he's a guy, she's a guy.
It's like when I want to say dude, but then I don't know the person's actual gender, so sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to make you upset.
We're an all-inclusive goblin sorority. I almost said sorority.
Dude,
We're
it's,
we're alpha- we're alpha-
Broski is,
When straight alphas say that dude is gender neutral, and you ask him if you fuck dudes.
we're alpha beta gabo. Alpha beta
God
gaba.
Yo, gabba gabba. Anyway,
I return the yoga again.
Yeah, let's bring our prizes back and figure out what the fuck to do with our brand new siege tower, I guess.
yeah, we're gonna bring that to town. I mean, we could just give it to the goblin. I don't want it.
How is he gonna carry it to his city?
I'm kind of debating on if, because yeah, with big fella's strength, I mean, I guess, but like it doesn't have anything on it. Like you're not supposed to get it, so I would have to like figure like jerry rig some stats or something.
You could
for
just
it,
say
but-
that it breaks, man. Like I don't want to.
The hunk of junk, and it just click.
Yeah, I don't want to inflict upon you having him. We're already making you make this goblin an NPC.
I'll tell you what. I'll say that you can take it, but it is super heavy, so it's gonna like really like it's gonna be like a quarter time if you're just pulling it yourself. Like you could take it. It's just taking the time to actually stop and pull it is like it's towards the ceiling of your strength.
I feel like that's. We did almost lose one party member against 3 goblins. I just want to make that clear.
Pestilence is not necessarily tied to keeping the other wagon. They
Yeah,
just
no.
kind of want to get the wagon we were supposed to get and go.
I want to do what we were paid to do and get back.
We didn't
Well,
have to do anything.
I figure that that the more time we spend, it might mean more people getting hurt. So, and Big Fella's gonna drop what remains of the reins of the wagon, and he's gonna pick up the slack of the wagon or the sled, and we're gonna fucking fly to town.
Yeah, let's go.
Spooky just sits on it. She's not even contributing anymore.
There's little point to.
We got big pulley guys, so chill the fuck out, you know?
So yeah, like I said, you all made it pretty easy back to Bryn Shander.
That we're getting the party conflict started already. It's
Oh,
cool.
And,
obviously, when we hit the outskirts, I'm gonna untie the gobbo from my back.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
bring him
yeah.
into the city.
Yep,
We're gonna
and
start
he
some
jump-
shit if we bring a goblin in the city.
And he jumps off. He's like, "See you later."
Hey, wait,
Hopefully
wait, wait.
not.
I'm gonna pop another ration in his mouth. One for the road.
Oh, thanks, big guy. And he just jumps off and runs.
That's not your name. Can I have some of
So-
that? Can I have some of that pickled herring? Because I just remembered that Spooky is a haunted one, which means she doesn't have any rations or a water skin.
Big feller, pop it in your mouth.
She takes it out of her mouth and puts it in her bag.
No,
Suck on
it
the
goes
salt.
in your mouth.
Yes, but I save it for later.
Big feather cocks an eyeball. Okay.
Bring that sled.
Yeah, let's bring the sled in.
Okay. So you're taking it all the way to back to Black Iron Blades for Haruna?
Yeah.
I'll fucking
Yep.
put it over my shoulder.
They just like see the sled like over the peaks of buildings. They're like, what the fuck?
We're carrying it like we're carrying an item in Super Mario 2.
If I was a low intelligence character, that would be how Big Fella would be carrying this. Like, until someone points out, like, it'd be easier if you just pulled that, right?
So Haruna meets you as
I was about to make
You
a
good?
joke of like we continue to pull the sled through like the brick streets, and you just hear this horrible like grinding screeching.
That's how the party got their first ticket.
So Haruna meets you outside, and she's like, "Oh, you!" And she looks really like surprised. She's like, "You actually did it." It's
Yes, you asked us to.
well, in that blizzard, I thought for sure when you didn't make it back with like in that blizzard came through that you all were lost for sure. But
mean-
no, this is great. I can sell the product and my business won't go under, and I appreciate it. And I can, the sled looks intact too, so I can definitely go on and meet up with my contact to get to the location of Torga's caravan. Where will you all be heading, so I kind of know where to relay this information to?
Yes.
Big Fella will look at literally anyone else in the party.
I mean, one of the other towns, I guess, with more of the murders. We just gotta choose one.
We have looked at the Moida.
The
Um,
Moida.
we have looked at the murder victim in Bryn Shander. There remains Targos and East Haven. Dazan is in East Haven, so probably
Let's go to Targos.
Targos first. Oh, we're gonna go to Targos. Oh man, that's where Icewind Dale 2 takes place. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's like being home. No, wait, I think it's Targos is where first game. Whatever. Love that game.
Jesus.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, my book scraped, like when I was turning the page, it scraped on my printer.
Sensitive boy. Yeah, let's go to Targos and save it from a fucking goblin invasion. Good old Icewind Dale.
Goblin invasion happening there?
No, it's Icewind Dale. It's what happens to it in the first place. Icewind Dale 2, it
Oh.
starts with the goblin invasion of Targos.
I was supposed to be like, is this something that I wasn't paying attention
No,
for?
no,
Because
no,
I
no,
didn't
no.
think I was that bad.
I like that game a lot.
Okay. Are you heading there? Is there anything else you want to do in Bryn Shander? Oh, I guess Haruna will also tell you. She's like, oh, and I put in a good word with the owners of Black Iron Blades, and they said they're willing to give you a 20% discount for your effort.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. Did she pay us?
She says, oh yeah, and here you go. And you will each get it says 10 gold. Yep, 10 gold
Nice.
a piece.
I like
Thank you.
how we got paid more to have like a tea party with Chewingas than to risk our lives fighting goblins.
Yeah, he was paying a lot for that.
Yeah, well, Red Wizards of Thay tend to be kind of loaded.
Cool.
This is more money than Spooky has ever had in her entire life. 61 gold pieces.
I mean, Zana's still trying to come to terms with the concept of money, so, like,
Ain't we all, buddy?
he's like, you can't eat this, and it's made of metal, which means it's bad for the environment, so, like, what the hell?
It can be traded for goods and services.
So
10
can
gold
ba-
can buy
Sounds like,
many
yeah,
peanuts.
but, like, so can, like, favors.
yeah,
like,
so
why
can
did-
so can peanuts and berries, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
these are accepted by more people. Like, if you were like, hey, can I have some food? I'll do you a favor. I may be like, fuck off, I don't know you. But if you're like, I have money, then I'm like,
I had 8 brothers and sisters, so I never got to have an allowance. Everything was sort of spent on making sure the house didn't catch on fire.
you know, that's how it always is.
What time of day is it by now?
Um,
He's like performing the calculations, accounting for
Yeah,
the curvature of
No, no,
Beirut.
no, 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 no,
it's
no, no, no,
it's
no,
about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is pretty close to sunset.
Cool. I would like to shop for general supplies before we retire.
Okay.
Bad idea.
Yeah, I guess we should like buy food.
Yeah, Spooky don't. Haunted One is a fun background until you like have to deal with not having shit. I have holy water. Does anyone want some fucking holy water?
We can drink holy water.
We sure can.
Yeah, it will hydrate you as much as any other water.
Okay.
Goes to the front of the church and drinks the holy water they're about to baptize the child in.
So yeah, you go into Black Iron Blades, and you're greeted by a dwarf, and he says, "Ah, well met. What can we do for you today at Black Iron Blades?"
Yeah.
I was looking for more general goods. I don't suppose you have a shit ton of rations.
Oh no, we have lots of blades, but I mean, being the only outfitter in town, we also carry adventuring supplies. We have plenty of rations, cold weather gear, ice picks, snowshoes, in addition to all of our blades.
I'll buy X amount of rations, a whetstone to make up for the one that I gave to the Chewingas, a dagger to make up for the one I gave to the Chewingas. I'll buy a new kitchen knife for Wumba because he generously gave us the hilt off of his for the ice dagger.
Oh, it's adorable. And he says, "Ah, yes. And with your 20% discount," he does the math, and give me any.
I too have
I need
memorized the entire DMPG.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do because I don't really like looking at prices.
That's fair.
Look up at your own time. You don't have to do it right this second, but just look up what the value would be. So here's the fun thing about this store, though. He sells everything 10% over. So with your 20% discount, you're really only getting a 10% discount.
That piece of shit.
No,
But
it's
yeah,
cold. You gotta sell things at a premium because no one wants to ship.
But yeah, and it literally says pretty much any common adventuring equipment can be found here, as well as any non-magic simple west weapon in the DMG or PHB. So
I'm going to link the Discerning Merchant's Price Guide, which is one of my favorite things ever, and that helps to list. I believe it's only magic items, but I'm not sure if it has mundane stuff in it either. But it's fine. I'll do the same for Spooky because Homegirl is she needs a bit of everything. Because again, Haunted One, fun background, not a lot of stuff. I guess it is
10
only...
silver to a gold, yeah?
Yes. It's 10, 10, and 10. Until you add
Many
Electrum.
coins should be.
Yeah, it's until you add Electrum to the equation, which, fuck that.
Then it's 100, right?
hard nope.
Yeah, no, we just ignore Electrum because fuck Electrum.
What's the Electrum?
It's the 5th coin. Yeah, there's copper, there's silver.
Never heard of it.
I know, because no one fucking uses it.
It's some weird like percentage. It's like
Yeah, it's really weird. I really don't know how. I know it's worth more than silver, but less than gold. So it's 10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold, and 10 gold to a platinum. But like, yeah, it's weird. I again, like, no one uses it, so I don't know why exactly. The most clever use I have heard of it is whenever we're playing Curse of Strahd, we're doing like a randomized, not a randomized, but an adjusted Curse of Strahd in my Wednesday game. We replace silver with electrum because it's a vampire and he doesn't want silver in his place. But that's like the only time I've seen it like be used in a creative, cool way. Other than that, it's like it's dumb. Yeah, anyway, it's a long way of saying, yeah, I'm cool to just buy my own shit and I'll tell you about it.
5.45. Isn't math fun?
No.
Get an ice pick.
I'm sick in the head, so I unironically enjoy, like, accounting for purchases and shit in RPGs.
You missed your calling, bud. This is Brandon from Accounts Receivable.
Found a thing that's literally a glass eye that works like a real eye.
Does Pestilence need glass eyes? Oh,
No.
An Ursat's eye.
Yeah,
Yeah, those things are cool.
glass eye that works like a real eye.
And I am spending...
Gra, gra, gra.
49 gold and a copper for grabbing a whetstone, 21 rations, a dagger, and I mean, I'm gonna assume it's just another fucking copper for a kitchen knife for the chewinga.
We accounting for rations on our time moving? Or is this just a thing?
So the way I kind of go about it is just use your judgment. I'm not a rule stickler. I mean, there's some survival stuff.
He is a rule stickler. He
I'm
is.
I'm not gonna like. I mean, there's some stuff where if you're on like mountain climbing and stuff, then it might. But just traversing from town to town, I'm not gonna.
The total
Hi, Des.
stickler.
I'm not gonna. I'm not.
Rule
Gonna,
stickler.
I'm not gonna throw a big fit about when you're on
That's
town to
a-
town.
Yes, he will.
That's the yell of somebody who's lost a board game because somebody brought up the rules.
Also, I don't expect food to be an issue because Bing.
Oh, nice. Even if it doesn't come up, I like to, it's fun little role playing thing to be like, hey, let's buy some food, yada yada yada. Get a water skin, of course. In any case, it's just in case it ever comes up, I guess, because I figure this is a module that's like, all the deep dark snow and everything, having rations and food might come in handy if we ever get stranded or whatever the fuck.
I was looking at something called the Bead of Nourishment, but at first I read it as the Bread of Nourishment. So bread?
That's just regular bread.
You were like, no shit, dude.
Yeah, I ate bread this morning. It was
There's-
very nourishing.
There's an amazing item that would make Mango a fucking monster. It's a very rare pair of bracers. They cost like 14,000 gold, and they're called the Illusionist bracers. And basically, it makes anytime you cast a cantrip, you do it twice.
That's literally
Damn.
an item. That's literally a magic card.
Oh yeah. All right, I am done. I spent a.
You're spent.
Yeah, I mean, I spent like 9 gold on either food, a ice pick, and a water skin for my little gnome baby.
I spent like 41 gold. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Have fun. Don't fall in.
Zana's just gonna walk up and put her money on the table and be like, I was told I can buy food with this.
Well, yeah. Sure. I mean, we have mostly rations and stuff you'd cook yourself, but I mean, I can.
Yes. Is this
Okay.
Zana's gonna like look at Spooky and be like, is this not how this works? Am I doing this wrong?
She gives him a thumbs up.
Well, I guess, and he takes he takes it and he just gives you some rations and says, "Yeah, that is," and he just kind of looks like, "Yeah, that's how it works."
Thank you. Zana's gonna like very slowly turn and like look at Pestilence and Spooky like with a like, am I talking crazy look? Like this guy's being weird.
No,
Like,
you're figuring it out. You know, these things don't cost that much. Wait until you hear about funeral expenses.
don't you just like die somewhere and then like you're done?
Well, I mean, if you want to
Some
just...
people like to be buried in special places amongst other people who are buried there.
That was a
Kind of
much...
fucking metal.
Zana's gonna think about it and go, you mean like you want to feed certain trees over other trees? I guess that makes sense.
No, man,
Maybe-
I'm gonna have to take you to a graveyard. It's just a whole bunch of people in the ground.
They are very special places. They have a certain air about them that you can't really find anywhere else.
Oh, that's gonna really confuse Zana. Zana's like, in his head, he's just like, air's everywhere. What do you mean?
Sometimes you just need to sit down and listen. Sometimes the spirits can speak to you. You just have to have an ear out for them.
Big feller will take a moment to try to listen to Chumbawamba.
Sorry, what was it?
Big feller's gonna take a minute to try to listen to Chumbawamba because Spooky said, "Yeah, listen to spirits."
And you just hear in a very small voice,
No. Yeah, pretty much. No, he, Wamba just kind of is doing his own little thing. Nothing really in particular. He's along for the ride. But yeah, he sings.
Does he like his new kitchen knife?
Oh yeah. No, he takes that and he's very, very happy. He pulls it out and he pulls out the fork in the other hand, and he like just kind of like starts like pounding him down, playfully, and then tapping him. But no, he's playing around with it, and he's very happy.
This
The
is my
thing
son.
here called a thermal cube. And I'm like, oh, a cube that keeps things warm. Yeah, that is what it is. I'm wondering how warm the thermal cube keeps things. Within 15 feet, it keeps everything 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
I should...
Yeah, that's fucking warm.
I should have never linked the DMPG to Emily.
It's a common object.
So the thing is, though, there really isn't magic items in, like, even common magic item. Like, there's a lot of scarcity in magic in these towns.
That's fair.
There's a couple.
I just was looking at it and I was just like,
Yeah,
yeah, warm.
yeah.
Like,
I-
75, 80 degrees,
Whenever
95 degrees.
whenever I linked that document, I forgot that it was basically only magic. I thought that it had a section for like mundane items as well, but it doesn't.
I'm sure the people of Dugan's Hole love magic users, right?
Yeah, I figured most of the magic items we'll get here are going to be like in ruins and whatnot.
I found this wand. I don't know what it does. It's just a stick.
God give it.
Dude, all about it.
And as you're finishing up with your transaction here, Haruna comes in and she says, "Well, we've got the sled loaded up and we're on our way to meet up so we can kind of get a lead on Torga. Where should we send this information to?"
I mean, we are going to Targos, so I suppose that is a good place, right?
All right, sounds good. We will get that message to you.
Okay, thank you. I guess
Sure.
we're
I'm also gonna buy a shovel because that also seems like a good investment.
What I want to know
We can bury Big Feller after he gets down to second time.
So with traveling between towns, I don't suppose there are any sort of... Well, the question is, can Big Fella ride a horse, I guess, because he's fucking huge.
And yet I'm still a medium creature some fucking how.
It's
So
for
answer is a big horse.
yeah. It's the reason why you're still medium is just to not fuck with the rules more than anything. It's the same reason why whenever Isaac played Barazor, who was a centaur, Barazor was still medium, even though horses are large. It's rules fuckery. You know how it is. I'm asking because if we can fucking nab some horses, I feel like that would, town to town transport would make it a lot easier. But I don't know if the horses are practical in this weather.
Horses cannot survive in this.
I kind of figured.
Let me find it. There is some stuff though.
Polar bear mounts.
My dream of Spooky having her own little pony.
So would that be, if it was your little pony, would you refer to it as my little pony?
Brandon?
Yeah, buddy.
Brandon?
Yeah, buddy.
I need you to get on Venmo and wire me $300 to pay for court expenses, because I'm going to sue you for emotional damages.
That's not how that works. Not how it is.
I was going off the cuff. Leave me alone. Do I look like I
You
know
show
how...
up to the judge and you say, "My friend makes bad jokes. I need emotional damage money," and the judge is just like, "Yes, I get it. Thank you."
Your Honor, League of Legends, death. Oh god, that's still my favorite fucking Control-Alt-Delete comic ever. Besides Loss, obviously.
Fuck that.
Okay. So you kind of ask this while you're in the shop, and they say, if you're needing ways to get around, we can rent you a dog sled for 5 gold a day.
We get to have puppies? Fucking yeah, do we want a dog sled to get there fucking faster?
Is there a dog sled that can fit 3 people and a turtle?
Yeah, we'd have to get at least 2 dog sleds, maybe more. 7 vaginas.
Excuse you?
You've never seen that? The Ariel One Leg comic?
No.
7 vaginas, maybe more. Oh man, you are missing out. I will link you a video.
We'll get it to you later,
Please
don't
link.
worry.
Please link.
We'll get it to you in a bit. Well, actually, Flareon is the only fully evolved fire type that can't learn Solar Beam. Oh, I can't not fuck him. Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, okay, sorry, yeah, and so the empty dog sleds, if they're empty, they have room for a driver and 3 medium creatures. Basically, if you're having gear or towing anything, so you gotta be convenient if you don't have any other stuff. See, yeah, but yeah, it's 5 gold a day to rent, or you could buy the sled for 20 gold pieces and then buy the sled dogs individually. Each dog would be 50 gold pieces and can pull 360 pounds.
F you boys.
Yeah, really.
Or alternatively, you could just buy your own axe beaks and for 50 gold a piece, and you can all have axe beaks.
I am unfortunately under the number for that.
What is
But
that?
And that's just going forth. Most towns you can get this stuff. So like once you accumulate enough gold, if you want to go back and do that.
this is an axe
When I
beak, Emily.
googled axe, I know what axe beaks are, but when I googled it, the third image result was stats for a chocobo mount.
Fuck yeah, they're chocobos now.
There's a chocobo, man.
I wish we can get some axe beaks, man. Fuck, that's awesome, but I don't have the money
Well,
for it.
I have the money for an axe beak.
Well, actually, I do have the
So-
money. I'd be just out of it.
I'd be
And-
low, but I could get it.
Average
The
height,
mounts
7 feet.
and mounts will decrease it and half it again. So like quarter mile per hour on foot, half mile with snowshoes, and 1 mile per hour on mounts.
Right. Yeah, if we have
I'm gonna say
if we have 200 gold between the four, because like if 3 of us can afford it but Big Fella can't, then Big Fella is gonna be screwed, like walking behind us the entire time.
Quick, somebody jump on my back.
I mean,
we tie Big Feller to a rope and say, "Hold on."
I mean, here's the thing: Spooky weighs. Oh, she weighs 80 pounds. Well, yeah, she's 3 feet 1. I
No,
guess that's.
Spooky and Pestilence could totally share an axe beak.
I guess that's up to Isaac. But if we want to like pull our money together and get 3 axe beaks,
So
2 axe
beaks.
beaks in a sled.
I'll just look at it.
sorry to make you do all this math, homie.
Remember
You know
how I
what?
thought we were gonna finish this quest tonight?
We're
See,
too
let's
busy
axe-
shopping. You know
Let's
what's the
axe
crazy
beaks.
thing? I am terrified of horses, right? But looking at an axe beak, I would take a horse any day over the visceral nightmare that it is putting me through looking at it.
Just pretend it's a chocobo. It's fine.
I don't like chocobos either.
You don't like chocobo, but what about your little boy?
Yeah, he's terrifying.
Aw.
Also consider that axe beaks are 7 feet tall.
Whoa!
That's worse. It's like when the police horse come down the street during parades, and you're looking at this horse that's like 8 feet tall, and you're just like, they don't even need cars. If a police horse like this was looking at me in the face, I'd immediately reconsider a life crime. They're horrifying.
I would allow you to share because it does say that for the purpose of mounts, their carrying capacity is that of a mule, and mules are considered large for the purpose of carrying capacity. So these would be 2.
Nice.
So I would allow it.
I actually do think I count as a small creature. Let me double check that. So I mean, it's even better.
You weigh like 80 pounds, and I would say that like Pestilence, I'm not good at guessing weights. 130 to 150? Eh.
Yeah, no, gnomes count as small creatures. Wow.
Well, they are small.
So yeah, fuck yeah. If we have 150 gold pieces, we could throw all that together and get ourselves some terrifying bird horses.
Borses, if you will.
To Borses.
What's Tyler's last name?
Stop. Yeah, I will put 50 gold.
Tyler Borses?
Stop. I will put 50 gold together. Do you guys want fucking birds or not?
I'll take a bird!
Yeah, I'm putting 50 gold together for a
I like
bird.
birds.
And I
Words
think
are the words.
Big Feller is out of gold, so I think it's up to Zana to get the last 50.
Yeah, Zana's gonna put the money sack back on the table.
Be like, you can buy birds?
I don't understand the concept of buying a living thing, but okay.
It's yours to take care of. It's your burden, but you've decided to pay money
It's
to
our
take on that
burden.
burden.
Oh, Jesus. Like, I got my bat for free. Good old Patrick Batman.
Yes,
Um,
but you understand that by getting that bat for free, you are not guaranteed that that bat will do anything you ask it to. Whereas these birds, if I say, "Can I ride you?" they'll be like, "Yeah, sure." That's
You'll-
cool.
Warp?
Yeah, but the difference is Patrick is my friend.
I'm a prince. You sound like 2 horses.
Jesus.
So much. I wish that everything I said could be that video. Cause oh my god. Yes.
Anyway, so now that we've all got birds,
All right. So let's see. That cuts that down.
and then you just put Spooky in a little child seat in the back. No, she probably just like sits in front of Pestilence, just like
Yeah, you
noses
know,
up
like
on
when
her.
you teach a kid to ride a horse, you have the adult in the actual seat, and then the kid like in front of them so the adult can hold on just in case they decide to like not balance.
She has to take her hat off, and that means that Vanta has to sit in her lap. So it's like a three-way, like just Pestilence, then Spooky, then
don't
Vanta.
like the way you said that.
Whatever, a threefold like thing.
7 vaginas.
Stop it.
Maybe more.
Vanta is a boy cat. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's happening. You have a gnome in your lap, and then you have a cat in that gnome's lap.
Gonna pet that birdie, give it a good encouragement, a stacku or two, and let's hit the road.
Well, we need to
Hey,
name our
man.
axe beaks.
I imagine the axe beaks are kind of like the animals from the Flintstones, where they like squawk and then they turn to the camera and they're like, "It's a living."
So, man, fucking great! I love this. Someone already like put a lot of fucking axe beak names together based off of rappers. A ride called we got a ride called Quest. We got Exhibit. We got Wu-Tang Killer Beak. Cardi Beak. Ludacris, Sir Clux-a-Lot, 2 Cluck. Aesop Bacot. I would like us to be Cardi Beak, personally.
Oh, we could get Cardi Beak. I'm down with a Cardi Beak.
Yeah, we're gonna be Cardi Beak. Me, Pestilence, and Spooky's axe beak is Cardi Beak.
All of a sudden, you just see like on like the tips of the toes, there's really long acrylic fingernails.
And whenever it instead of like squawking or working, it just goes ah.
I love when Cardi B just kind of yells in videos, not like words. She's just like, ah! And I'm like, you know what? Me too, Cardi.
My axe beak shall be halberd.
Okay.
Halberd.
Oh,
Or
I get it. Okay. God damn it.
I think mine is Bartlesby.
Oh, good names. Oh man.
Or it could be Bartlesby.
Now let's do everything we can to keep these birds alive and not pull a Star Wars, okay?
I'm putting him in the treasures. I'm putting Halberd the Axebeak in the treasure section of the character sheet.
I just need to find like a cutout of Cardi B's face and just replace the Axebeak's face with that, just so it's not as terrifying to look at for him.
I guess I should write down that I have an axe beak.
Hey Isaac, do you want to give all of us a character sheet for our Axebeaks?
No, don't make him do that.
Cardi
Come
B.
on.
Okay,
Well,
if we're gonna
they
do
use-
that, we're gonna have to edit our axe beak to be a Cardi B look-alike, which will be very hard because Cardi B looks nothing like a terrifying bird.
I'm
Yeah,
on it already.
I don't intend to include my Axebeak in combat at all, so
Yeah, it says they don't function in combat. So
Yeah, they're good righty boys, but like
Mhm.
they don't fighty boys.
They righty, they know fighty, they good at hidey.
But their face looks like an axe.
Just don't let them bitey.
They're terrifiedy.
all right. So on your way to Targos, okay. On your way to Targos, you no, don't do that. Okay. You actually come across. In the distance, you do see. Well, I'll just show you what you see.
Too good at seeing.
You see 4 mammoths being hunted by 4 warriors of the tiger tribe, of the Reghead tribes.
Ooh.
It's the circle of life.
You are unnoticed, and you are still heading west. You're unnoticed. It's just something you see.
Right on. Yeah, no. wait.
Zana's not happy about that. Zana's like, what are they doing? Why are they
Mm.
messing with those big woolly things? They're just minding their business.
They're hungry. And, you know,
He's-
people eat creatures,
Big
including
fella will
mammoths.
go on a lengthy explanation like, well, you see, they use the furs for clothing or for bedding. They use the hides for leather, for clothing, or for canvas, for tents. They use the tusks, the ivory for weapons or all sorts of crafting.
Yeah,
They
I
use-
say we don't get in their way because they're just doing their thing, and if we get in their way, they're gonna think that we're trying to take the mammoths away from them. And
Zana's like, people are so dumb. Why don't you get shells?
The Reggeds are
there's
also
not.
very dangerous people. They are very good at killing things, and I think that a mammoth is a little more threatening than we are.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would give them a wide berth.
And give me I guess a history check too.
I would love to. That's sleight of hand. 10 on history. Well,
I mean, you guys are
I
from
got a
this area.
19.
Okay, the person who's not from this area would know.
It
These
took a lot before
specifically,
coming here.
these specifically are of the Tiger tribe, which are like the most notorious for exploiting the other tribes and preying on weaknesses. They are definitely not the friendly
I
bunch.
don't know what they're doing, but I know they're not friendly. So, yeah, maybe you're right. We just leave them alone.
Don't steal food out of a man's mouth, especially when you can't fight that man.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
See.
wait. Before we change screens, if you ignore the top two mammoths, the bottom two make eyes, and then all the Regged men make a smiley face.
That is exactly how I was looking at it. So,
Originally, I'm not gonna lie, because you did roll that as a random encounter. Originally, it was supposed to be 10 mammoths.
Holy fuck.
I rolled it like almost maximum mammoth.
that's too
Roll.
many mammoths.
Maxima.
Roll for mammoth. Maximum mammoth is my new Mad Max like OC.
I mean,
Dude,
that's got to be a superhero somewhere, right?
Walking through the snow and all of a sudden seeing 10 mammoths? No.
If it's
Yeah.
not, if it's not Marvel, I've got a pitch for you.
Like when an animal escapes from a zoo and it's like in a random field and you just see it and you're just like, huh?
You know that incredibly relatable feeling?
The animals escape from the zoo in my city at least once a year. And
Oh
it's
my God.
usually nothing inconsequential. But I remember one year it was a gorilla. And it was running.
I just started running.
It was running and it was like near one of my friends' houses.
I just started.
Imagine just imagine like you're chilling on the couch, and you get up after watching an episode of your favorite show, The Office.
There was fucking phone alerts like gorilla loose.
So when I lived back in Ohio, I was up at a friend's house. Well, this is while I was in college, so I was living in Kentucky, but we had gone back to a friend's house in Ohio, and we were hanging out there, and he gets a text alert, and he looks up at me and he says, "Hey, we are on lockdown. We need to stay inside." I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Yeah, so the legal zoo that's not really a zoo, but they just like are a zoo. All the animals got out, and there are 94 big cats roaming the streets right now."
Oh, Jesus.
Man. Mass hysteria. Oh,
This is a
fucking
town of like 1,000 people too.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
I love
you
that.
stay in your house because even if the cops are gonna try to help, what do? They're cops. That's the rhinoceros.
Well, to be fair,
Ironic-
you said Ohio,
Yeah,
so everybody had a gun anyway. So
yeah, no, yeah.
I'm surprised they weren't out recruiting people to help out. Like,
ironically enough, they actually got the guy that had the illegal zoo to come out and like come and hunt them because he also had like basically the illegal way to kill all those cats if they escape.
Yeah, if you
What?
have an illegal zoo, you need a backup plan for if your illegal zoo falls apart and there's fucking cats everywhere.
You activated their fucking explosive implants.
Man, why was Tiger King the thing that got popular, not this story? This is awesome.
I believe there was a story similar to that in Tiger King of a dude who, like, he had all these cats and people were, like, gonna get them or something, so he just opened up all the cages and let them loose. That was, like, a small part of Tiger King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, when people like, it wasn't until like I was up here and Tiger King came out, and I was like, oh, everybody knows someone you could buy a tiger from, and like people at work just gave me the dirtiest looks ever. I was like, wait, that's not
No.
That's
Common.
not a thing.
practice.
I
Like-
cannot buy a tiger from anyone I know, and
Mm.
I would have to look really hard to find someone that would sell me a tiger.
I literally like went into my like town gas station once, and there was somebody selling lion cubs for $300, like literally in a cardboard box outside.
Fuck.
Like a fucking puppy? No. Puppy takes
Yes.
a fence in a backyard. Lion?
Appalachia is a special place. Like,
Almost
Like,
have
look.
been.
I thought it was crazy when on LSU's campus and a truck stop along I-10 have live tigers.
That's wild still.
Yeah,
What?
well, my college campus has live alligators, but I don't think alligators are a huge threat. You
Well, to
get
be
used
fair,
to them.
nobody has alligators. Alligators just appear.
No, they
And
put them in there.
They can put them in there, but that doesn't mean that you own the alligators. That's not how
Oh.
alligators work.
Yeah, I don't know. When they start their breeding season, they get really mean. But, you know, if they're not breeding, they usually just chill the fuck out. But I remember seeing, like, Mike the Tiger at LSU, which they've had, like, 14 of. And,
Yeah, because they keep killing
yeah.
them.
Yeah, he's not fine in that, pen. He is going stir crazy. And then you see on the road the thing for the tiger truck stop, and it's like, our tigers live longer than Mike the Tiger at LSU. And I'm like, that's not a good standard.
Every tiger lives longer than Mike the Tiger at LSU. They should stop letting the frat stars take care of Mike the Tiger.
Dude, I remember going to an LSU football game when they still let Mike the Tiger on the field.
Oh,
What the
God.
fuck was going through that? Like, he was in a cage, but it's still like, imagine you're a tiger and like you're in a quiet room in a cage for a while. It kind of sucks. You're out of your big enclosure, and then you get opened up to a stadium of thousands of screaming people and instruments. And what the fuck would that be?
Yep.
Anywho,
All right.
we're in a new town.
So you enter into Targos. A lot like Bryn Shander, it does have the wooden wall encircling it to help protect against orcs and other wilderness threats. The lake is frozen over due to the everlasting winter. And for ease of DM convenience, you find a mall "You Are Here" sign
Cute.
that gives you some landmarks within the town.
Sick.
Now, is that a boat wedged in the wall there?
Maybe.
Oh, that's a Brandon edition. I see. I just noticed Target.
Yep.
I do enjoy Target.
Okay.
So, first thing we need to do after, stabling up Cardi Beak, is we probs need to go and find some law enforcement or some such to talk to, right? Talk about
Yeah,
them.
because murder.
The moitas.
Yep.
Or we could go ask the local innkeeper.
I mean, that is also good. Spooky's not going to take initiative because, I mean, look at her. Who's going to talk to this little creep?
Yeah, Pestilence is gonna go
Yep.
find,
Yeah, when you look at the mall you are here sign, it gives like the description. The Luskin Arms is the popular inn.
Alright, let's go there. Warm up, eat something, get information.
The Luskin Arms is an interesting name whenever Luskin is, well, I mean, it's closer here than most places, I guess.
Yeah, let's go there.
Mm-hmm.
Zana just slowly gets off of Bartle's Beak and starts wandering that way.
Okay.
See Bartle's Beak go, ah, after carrying a big old fucking
Yeah,
turtle.
because Zana is very heavy.
And then there's Big Feller.
Who was probably carrying his axe beak.
Dude, isn't that like a thing in some game where like the character is so big that when they get on a mount, they hold a horse and they run faster?
Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah. That's a good decision though.
Cute.
So you make it over to the inn, and when are none of those? Oh, I didn't realize those weren't connected. That's the dumbest thing ever. That they'd put the things, but they wouldn't like put the arrows pointing to where the things are.
Yeah, the inn in the middle of the inn in the middle of the frozen lake.
I was wondering why these words were in the middle of the lake, but
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna question it.
Why those weren't connected, I don't know. So yeah, you make it in, and when you walk in, you see a balding human sitting at the desk, and he's just kind of looking down at his books and just kind of he'll turn a page, look at it, turn another page, just continue to sigh, and he just kind of looks up at you, back at his books.
I too have read A Song of Ice and Fire. That was me, and I'm sorry.
Alright, Pestilence gonna be like, hey man, we just got in town. We're from not from, but we came from another place that had a murder that may be connected to a murder that happened here recently. I know I'm jumping right into it, but you know, why dance around it when you know what I'm asking?
Well, I haven't heard too much, but the speaker and his militia leader, they actually rent the room upstairs. They may know something. Another option would be to go over to the tavern, the Three Flags Sailing, and see if they know anything and there's any rumors. But in here, most of my rooms go unrented, unfortunately.
So are they here right now?
Let me check. And he sits there. He looks up at the ceiling. Well, I mean, he has 2 stories. So he looks up at the ceiling, looks down, and says, I don't know, probably.
Incredible.
We'll go check, bud.
Okay.
I both love and am bewildered by this guy.
Give me a perception roll as you're passing him.
Yay. I am not good at those. Beep.
Okay.
Fucking damn,
Yeah.
alright.
As you're passing, you see like his book. It's kind of like the business log of like who's rented rooms and who's done that, and it's basically completely empty. And he's just drawing like squiggles and like frowny faces and stuff.
Oh my god. Guys, we need to stay here. That's so
we end up
sad.
staying the night, sure. But, I don't know, man. There's not much we can do to make, this town lively. It's cold.
So you make your way upstairs, and there are four rooms, four doors, three of which are open and one is closed. You kind of hear just banter and talking back and forth in the door that is closed.
Knock knock?
And when you knock, you hear some rustling, and he's, "Hold on, I'll be right there."
Oh,
and you hear
God.
some rustling
Damn it.
as if they're moving stuff and putting stuff. You hear a cage rattle, and
Kinky.
after about close to a minute, like it's a good chunk of time for like getting ready, you see a man with dark hair, a human man, dark hair, bearded, in his winter clothes, come out and open the door. He says, "Ah, yes. Now, what can I do for you?"
We're in this town investigating a murder that happened, and we asked the innkeeper if anyone around here would know anything, and he said that you might know something.
Yes, I am the speaker of this town, so it's my business to know what's going on. There's a shipbuilder
Shipbuilder!
out here on the docks that was murdered with a blade of ice. About
That's it again.
two 10-day ago.
Does it look kind of like this one? And she goes to
She's gonna be like, "We found the murderer. She's right here."
goes to Spooky and kind of like snaps a little bit for the dagger.
Oh yes, it looked like this. We got this from the last body back in
Yeah.
in Bryn Shander.
Yes,
That one.
that one was in the body, and prior to it was odd because we burned the body because we couldn't get the blade out. We burned the body, but the weapon itself didn't melt, didn't burn, didn't do anything. Just after the body was burnt, when we came to kind of clean things up and put everything to rest, there sat this blade of ice.
Yeah, this one was in a body as well. Had to be removed with some great force. So that's one of the key tying features I'm picking up right here. Is there I forgot the name of the guy.
Suffolk Culturo?
Suffolk,
Yeah. Yeah, have you seen him in town recently? Around town? Do you know who he is?
He might have been traveling with the caravan, as I hear it.
Caravan, like Torgas?
That is correct. Yes.
I guess they were in town about that time. That timeline checks out. I haven't seen them since then. So it's, like I said, it's been about two 10-day, but their presence does line up with this man's murder.
Can you tell us about the man that was? Oh, go ahead, Josh. Sorry.
Saying you didn't find that suspicious?
Well, I mean, it's 10 towns. People die. I mean,
From
you
ice
can't.
knives?
Yeah, but you can't blame every traveling caravan for every single murder or every like. I have no way of knowing.
I don't know whether that's a thing to be applauded or.
I mean, I know my town, and I know the murders, but I can't just go incriminating people with no evidence.
That was exactly what people did.
Do you?
Cops do in real life.
Do you know anything about the man that was killed here? Was he doing anything in particular that could have incriminated him to another, or did he have any?
Was he about to be sacrificed, perhaps?
That's a good point.
Actually, Yes. He was drawn in our sacrifice, and oddly enough, there was another man in town come forward that agreed, and he kind of says it with air quotes, to take his place.
So
Man.
we have another person who was killed with an ice knife after they tried to get out of the drawing. So I wonder if it is the same in East Haven.
I would say almost undoubtedly at this point, 2 in a row is kind of specific.
So
Well,
these
Who was the man who volunteered? Has he already been sacrificed?
Yes, this was. It was shortly before the murder, maybe a couple nights prior to the discovery of the murder.
is there any way for us to find out what city would be doing their sacrifice next?
The only cities that I know that do a human sacrifice is Targos, Bryn Shander, and East Haven. Some of the smaller cities, they usually do food, heat, animals. Every now and then they'll throw in a human sacrifice, but their population usually doesn't provide them enough. When you only have a couple hundred people, losing one is kind of a big deal. We have a little over 1,000. Bryn Shander even larger. East Haven about the same. So there might be some smaller towns looking at it, but I wouldn't know of them. It's one, and it's always on the new moon. That is when the towns have agreed that that's when the Frostmaiden is at her strongest and most present.
Would I mean, as a druid, would I know what the moon cycle is right now?
Yeah, sure.
Go outside and look up, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, like,
Is there anyone you know who may have any motivation for killing people trying to dodge the sacrifice? I mean,
Well, if the sacrifice is done to Auril, then yeah, I believe it stands.
how would this one man know who's trying to dodge a sacrifice in multiple towns?
Maybe you could talk to gods. I don't know.
I mean, you might not be that far off. It might be someone in the service of the Frostmaiden.
Maybe this Mr. Calthro is trying to make sure she gets her due. Although I believe they said he was a laborer, that doesn't seem to line up with this sort of motivation, no?
Yeah. I'm starting to wonder whether it's worth continuing to look at the bodies, or whether we should look straight towards finding this man so we can ask him questions himself. Because I've never gotten an answer that makes it clearer why.
Yeah, this is pretty, this does line up pretty well.
And it's about this time you hear like the fluttering of a window, like something like the shutters kind of flying open, and something flying in, and he quickly closes the door, and you hear the cage open and all that. And he comes back and he says, and with a kind of surprised look on his face, he says, I look. I mean, I guess this is for you." And he hands you a little note to Zana, and on the outside of it, it says, basically, for the large reptile.
Yeah,
It says-
that is. Accurate.
For the large. I'm not a tile?
They
Seems
took
like-
their best guess.
Oh, that's
Uh,
right. My character can read this time.
And Zana, give as he reaches his hand out to hand this to you. Give me a perception check.
It's not a hand he's reaching out with, it's a foot.
One second. Perception. 18 perception.
Okay.
I'm very perceptive for a turtle.
So as he reaches it out, his sleeve kind of comes up a little bit, and you see a tattoo on his arm of a flying snake in a circle.
Shit.
Hmm.
Tyler knows
Is
what that
there any
is.
way that I would know what this symbol might be?
I guess
Doesn't know much about religion, but I don't know. Maybe like an
try a history check.
I feel like history, yeah.
Try history, maybe. Maybe I read a book somewhere. Yeah, feels like I would.
Yeah. Yeah, if you would have been further south or closer to the Sword Coast, I mean, yeah, you would know this is the Centaurum symbol.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Zana's gonna keep that to himself right this second.
Yeah, don't go spurting that in front of him, where you don't know the outcome.
We gotta go tattle on the local Harpers, or there's no fucking Harpers in Icewind
You take
Dale.
it and
Yeah,
hail Hydra.
I'll take the, I'll take the letter and just note kind of mentally.
Okay. So yeah, you get this letter that's addressed to a large reptile man.
I will open said letter.
I'm a hurt
Okay.
child.
When you open it up, it says, "Torga's caravan sighted in East Haven, heading to Goodmead."
Tortoise caravan. Huh.
Torga,
Oh. I was like, what?
It's quite different.
and then at the bottom, it's signed Haruna.
Okay.
That was quick.
Well,
She is
this
very
is
helpful and
indeed the
sweet.
letter we've been waiting for. You can see Zana's excited, so he's speaking very quickly for Zana, so it's like normal speed. And he's like, I believe that we are on the correct trail, my friends. They're headed to East Haven. Something about
They're in East
oh,
Haven,
They're in East Haven and
heading to Goodmead.
heading somewhere called Goodmead. I believe that we should make haste for there at once.
Yes, that is another
Sounds
one
good
of
to
the...
me. I believe just talking about the deceased, we're gonna keep getting the same profile again and again.
Yes, I mean, if we
Honestly, be wasting our time.
if we can...
Yeah, so back to my question from earlier, since, like, would I know how many days are left until the new moon or whatever? Just kind of, like,
Let's see, this last one. Honestly, I've been a little loose on that because I said the one took place a couple days ago, and then one took place like 10 days ago.
so we're
So I've
probably
been
getting close, right? Like,
Yeah, so I'll say like another 10 day or so.
I'm just trying to figure out if we have enough time to even get to the town before, like,
Someone else gets ganked.
yeah, before somebody else.
Let's see, from where you are.
Or if
From
it's better for us to go try to cut them off and just, like, cut our losses.
So from Targos to Bryn Shander is 2 hours. From Bryn Shander to East Haven is, and you would know this because you've kind of gone these routes, 9 hours.
Oh, so we can make it in, like, a day.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
I thought they were, like, days apart from each other.
Oh, actually, there's. Oh, that's Carried in a vault. Never mind. Sorry, Bryn Shander
Yeah,
to
you can...
East Haven is 7.5 hours.
Especially the
Okay,
10 towns...
so we can make it there probably by nighttime or something.
Or
Especially,
you
like,
can
the...
bypass East
Birdie,
Haven.
get going.
Especially
or you
all
could
the
bypass East Haven completely and go off trail and make it in 8 hours from Brinchander. But if you went to Brinchander East Haven, it's 7.5, and then from East Haven to
weird.
Brinchander. East Haven to. Come on.
Zana's just standing there doing the math in his head. He's like, "Yeah, here and here, and then we can do this. But then
Especially
Yeah,
all
all
the 10 towns that are like around the Mare de Walden, there you can like see them from opposite ends of the lake. They're all fairly like grouped up, like generally.
And then about 5 hours from East Haven to Goodmead if you follow the path. So it really just depends on if you're willing to traverse the wilderness. So about a day and a half, including rest, to get there from here using the trail. About a day to get there without the trail.
Our options are to
gonna stand there blinking, be like, "Well, if we want to head through the wilderness, I could guide us."
our options are to go south through Novak and then head through Prim to get to New Vegas, or we could just go through the deadly infested Deathclaw Canyon and to get to New Vegas.
We have a couple stealth boys. We'll be okay.
I mean, outside of metagaming a little bit, we did just learn that our little friend has a very helpful spell.
Oh, I mean that's not even metagaming. We know what the we know what it
Oh, no,
does.
No, I actually, because I was helping Josh because he was picking spells. And I would say that the Chewinga conveyed this to you in some fashion. The Chewinga can cast Pass Without Trace once a day.
Ooh.
So that might be able to keep us out of trouble if we went off path, you know.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Let's take a shortcut, you know.
Yeah, try to get there to save the people.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm sure we won't come to regret it.
Okay.
Almost indefinitely. Let's go.
So as you make your way from the Luskan Arms back to the city gate, so as you're trudging your way back, the snow is crunching underneath your feet. You actually hear the bark of a dog over the whistle of the wind. A wolf-sized sled dog with a light gray fur runs towards you, dragging a broken leather harness behind it. He actually goes up to Big Feller, and kind of like tugs at like the hem of your pants, trying to get you to follow him.
Yeah, without question.
What's
Big
that,
Feller
Lassie? In the
should
well?
immediately follow.
Okay, so it takes you about 2 blocks or so, not too far, especially given how small these blocks are in these smaller, the 10 towns. And it takes you to a front door of a modest house. I mean, it's not ramshackled or anything, but it's nothing extravagant. It's just kind of middle ground even for Targos. And he barks and scratches at the door, and a handsome man opens the door, and the dog races in. A very concerned look on the man's face. He looks up, and he's smiling, but then as he takes a look at you all, his smile just kind of fades, and he says, come in, get out of the cold. I apologize for the dog, but come in, and I can at least give you some cider.
You never have to,
Yes.
you never have to apologize for a dog, my man. Okay, thank you. We're not exactly sure what is happening, but okay.
And then we cast this, and we ask, "Are you okay, my friend?"
The dog looks at you, and very perplexed, it gives the sideways look that the dog gives when you talk to it in like puppy speak, and it looks at you and it says, "You can talk to me?"
Bored?
Oh, of course I can.
My master's gone missing. I need help to find him.
Oh no.
Big fella will look to the guy who opened the door and be like, who owns this dog?
Yeah, it's my husband and I.
Is your husband okay? Is he home right now?
No, so my husband, he enjoys the outdoors. He works as a guide. Um, Loves to climb mountains. A few days ago, Garrett, my husband, was hired by some adventurers to lead them up the slopes of Kelvin's Cairn. Garrett's plan was to take the adventurers to Caer Konig, the town at the foot of Kelvin's Cairn. After they acquired some climbing gear from the outfitter there, he led them up the mountain. He took 6 dogs and a sled with him. Snoop here was Garrett's favorite.
God damn it.
Raised him from a pup. Snoop would never leave Garrett's side unless something terrible had happened.
Raised him from a pup to a dog, and then briefly a lion, but back to a dog.
Once upon a time was a doggy dog, but now he's just a dog.
Caer Konig, isn't that where you said you were from, Pestilence?
Oh yeah, it's been a fucking long time since I've been there though, so I could get you a quick look, but I could not guarantee that everything's like I left it.
Well, it sounds like you know that area. I know it's a lot to ask of you, but if I could persuade you to go up there and find Garrett, I don't have I don't have much money, but the sad old gentleman at the Luskin Arms is a good friend of mine, and I could talk him into providing you free rooms anytime that you're passing through Targos.
Big fella will return to interrogating the dog and be like, when did you last see your master?
It's a good question.
Not that I expect the dog to have a very good concept of time, but you know.
Oh no, it's like the dog thing where you leave them and they like look
It's
at
been gone forever!
It's been like 25 years.
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing. This sucks. This is so sad.
I guess the thing to ask the dog is, how did you get separated? What happened?
Let me look for sure. I think I know. Well, I do know. I'm just making sure which part of it the dog was.
Well, here's the thing. This is highly unfortunate, but also we do have like some murders to stop at the same time.
Oh, this is very much set up, like I said, like Skyrim quests. Like, these aren't going to time out. Like, you can just go do whatever and come back, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I was like,
Yeah.
oh no, oh no.
Big feller was gonna say, like, we should, it won't take, quote-unquote, too long for us to get to, where we're going first and sort that murder stuff out, in theory, hopefully. And then we could absolutely, once that's settled, double back and head over to Kelvin's Cairn and whatnot.
Yeah, but what if the dude is, how should I say, not doing good?
And
Not
the
having
man
fun.
the man looks up and he says, that is also a fate that it is possible. I'm not going to say that I have not prepared for that, but I would at least like to know.
We've got to save
the
the gay mountaineer, guys.
So,
Even if you can't rescue him, the closure would be better than this hell.
so Doggo, how'd you get separated?
Going up a big mountain, and big snow separated us.
big snow like a very snowy day just around here, or big snow like a big wall of snow fell down?
Yep, big wall.
Okay, so an avalanche.
He told you, I told you to follow the goddamn car, CJ.
Train.
That's it, yeah, sorry. Damn it. Damn it! Oh, well, this is a bit inconvenient, yes? I mean, yes, let's help, but I mean... We also...
You'll have to wait.
Okay.
What? What'd you say, Josh?
Zana just looks at her and says, "We'll go, but you'll have to wait."
That's fine. Like I said, Garrett he's a survivalist. He's a guide. I would hope that he is doing at least okay. He has a skill set that would make him more apt to survive than others up there.
A certain set of skills.
But
Oops.
I would. This Snoop has only been back for a day or so. I figure it probably took him about that long to get here.
And
So,
what did you say the name of the group of adventure was? The Donner Party?
God damn it. But so he's probably only been in a dire situation for a couple days. I mean, I'm not trying to say that I don't want it resolved quickly, but there's still hope. So I understand that adventurers are going to have their own sets of priorities, but if
Yeah,
you check
I won't mince words there. We are investigating a murder. Actually, a series of murders.
And a potential murder.
That could be happening right now.
Oh. Well, like I said,
Priorities.
I mean, I've talked to other adventurers too, as they pass through here. So you never know. I'm just covering all my bases, and I appreciate even just the thought.
Well, we will look for him.
We will do what we can. Spooky is like biting her tongue because she knows that if she says she'll talk to his ghost for him, then she'll get in trouble.
One last shot at the dog. Did you smell or hear anything interesting before the big snow came?
There were some goats.
Goats?
The dreaded Avalanche Goats, which is my new band name.
You could say that they were mountain goats.
Correct.
Coming down the mountain.
Okay, well, we will watch out for goats.
Terrifying goat.
Maybe they were screaming goats. Maybe that's how they brought down the mountain.
So the man, whose name is Keegan, but he never introduced himself, but whatever. So Keegan
Michael Key.
so Keegan finishes up his cider and he says, "Well, I assume you all are probably in a hurry for your investigation, so I won't keep you much longer. Stay as long as you'd like, but that's about all the intel I have."
I believe we will peel out of here.
Get the shell out of here.
God. I miss the Smurf jokes. Oh boy.
That's my secret, Tyler. I'm Father Pun Smurf.
Man, imagine like how poorly aged it would have been if they would have called him Daddy Smurf.
Oh, yuck.
I already don't like the idea of the Smurfs if you think about them too hard. Let's not make it
Oh,
worse.
they're like a colony of incestuous mutants. Like, let's not mince
There's
words here.
one girl.
We're gonna go
One.
to Dugan Hole, and that's exactly what we're gonna find.
La 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 la. We're all inbred freaks.
Bunch of blue-skinned, inbred.
My name's Belly Button Lint Smurf. He just keeps digging and it just keeps coming.
Something wrong with you, bud.
My name's Snake Squeezing Smurf. God.
Dude, no, I love stories about people who live in the middle of nowhere because you'll learn about shit that you never would have found entertaining, but they're like, oh, we did that all the time. Like, they're like, if you take a snake and you crack it like a whip, the head flies off, and I'm like, no, and I never wanted to.
You mean like being able to buy lions at a gas station?
Yeah, like, these are not things that I in my normal life would ever use. Will I buy a lion at a gas station? No. Will I crack a snake like a whip? No.
If I ever encounter a snake that tries to kill me, I might.
So the weird thing about Appalachia is like you're not that far from civilization. Like it's 2 hours north to Columbus, 2.5 to Cincinnati, 3 to Louisville, 2.5 to Lexington. You got Charleston, you got Huntington, you got even Morgantown's not that far. Like you have a bunch of major cities within like 2 to 4 hours from you. But somehow in the hills in between these major cities, like the hills have eyes.
Jeez.
3 of them.
Oh God. I number one, I think
And
this is
4 fingers and 6 teeth.
no, real quick. I think this is a good time to call it and just call this a session, and like we can resume our hunt next Tuesday. But
Keep talking about inbred hillbillies.
yeah, just so we don't like leave, because I know Emily. As soon as the clock hits 10:30, Emily starts whining like a baby.
Technically speaking, if you're going through if a random blizzard were happen to go and you fail your survival check, it's not so far off track to believe that you might end up in Dugan's Hole instead.
Oh man. I'm sorry, belly button lit Smurf is still like it still has me.
It's still fresh in your mind, unlike the lint in his belly button.
Oof.
That's repressed. That's something for repressed memories, Smurf.
What could be really awkward about it is if he's an Audi, so it's literally visible at all times.
Oh no!
It's just like he has a
Simple
permanent
bath
treasure
would fix
trail.
it.
How do belly buttons get belly button lint? I thought the whole point was like it's a hole. Like
Hey man,
You
Oh,
never.
belly button lint Smurf is magic.
Speaking of which, there's also fairy dust Smurf. He doesn't like the cops.
I was gonna say, but that's a drug thing, not what you're thinking.
I thought angel.
That's actually
Angel
actually,
dust. That's what
fairy
it
dust
was.
wasn't.
That's what it was.
That's actually friend. Definitely not a drug thing, Smurf.
It's a ditchweed Smurf. He'll hook you up for like really cheap shit per gram, but it's just the worst. It's practically like dirt and oregano.
Street Smart Smurf is basically just all of our goblins we play in D&D.
Street smarts. You never go to a secondary location. I was driving Emily fucking nuts the other day. I say other day, it was like a month ago, I think. But like there's some YouTubers that we like to watch, Snapcube, and there's this one thing they did where they were all playing Overwatch, and the entire time they're just doing John Mulaney impressions. I mean the entire video, and it's like a 15-minute video. So it's like, so then he goes and picks Reaper, and I said, look, you know, like an asshole. Like this, that's the entire video. And so I was just doing that to Emily the entire day, and she was like, I love you, but I might kill you.
Yeah. I always might kill you. Just keep that one in mind.
I love you.
the possibility always exists.
Oh man, I just fucking I got some mileage out of that one. Let me tell you, it's just coming up like every time. It's just like. And so I said to the cat, I just fed you an hour ago. And then she looks at me, you know, like a starving orphan. Just the fucking inflection that he puts on everything. So
I don't understand how a human being talks like that through their whole entire life.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't talk like he's doing stand-up all the time, but he does talk a lot like it.
Yeah, it's only slightly exaggerated. Josh, I believe I would like you to watch. Is there like some kind of like? Can we watch something synced on YouTube? What's that website that lets you watch something synced on YouTube? Because I really want to watch this
Literally
video with
pull
you.
it up on Discord and just stream.
Yes,
screen
excellent.
share it.
That is an excellent idea. We're all gonna watch the fucking Ariel Needs Legs by Neil Cicerega, the famous YouTuber of Harry Potter Puppet Pals and Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny fame.
Wait.
Has made just the most. He's made 2 trucks having sex.
Both
Two
of
trucks
those things?
having sex. Oh, dude, Neil Cicerega has done like. Have you ever heard Bustin'? Like, you know, Bustin' makes me
Bustin',
feel
bustin'.
good. Yeah,
That's
same
him too.
same guy.
Everything that is
Jesus.
funny and on the internet is Neil Cicerega.
He
Just
did.
get that through your head and you'll never be surprised again when you're like, wait, Neil Cicerega does comics? Wait, Neil Cicerega does music? Wait, no, he does everything. If it's funny, he does it.
Yeah, he did. It's hip
I
to.
didn't realize.
Dude, Tyler,
Yeah.
how many porn
Wait.
sites do you have bookmarked there?